thing, okay? Last week, why did you do that walk last week and you didn't do it this week?
I wasn't in a hurry this week. I was just...
That's your hurry walk. That's fantastic. What's up, Facebook?
What's going on? This is Grizz.
This is Joe.
And we are two dudes eating food.
And food was had tonight.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Alright, so I went to Cracker Barrel.
Yep, that good old down-home cooking that you expect from your grandma, and, well, she came through for the most part.
She came through for the main course.
Oh, man, she came through for the main course.
Like, man, Granny wasn't cooking in the kitchen for dessert.
No, I don't know who was, but they need to be fired.
End-user. So, actually, while we're talking about that, we're going to... Wait a minute. Remember when we talked about... Are you filming for YouTube right now, or are you filming are you doing Facebook Live?
We're on Facebook Live.
Who's filming for YouTube?
No one. Remember, you said we weren't going to do that.
I thought, but when you said that I was going to do Facebook Live, and you were going to film for YouTube.
Okay, well,
let's do that now. We're going to YouTube.
Okay, yeah. Next week we will be on YouTube. I will bring a stand for Joe's phone over here. That way we'll be able to shoot from two different phones. We'll not only be on Facebook Live, but we'll also be recording a video that we will then edit and put on YouTube. And it will have a bit more content than what we have right now. You'll be able to see
what we're eating, and
we'll see the actual food that we're describing. Possibly some funny stuff that I decided to put in of my personal reactions of the food. Or if you're a waiter or waitress and you serve us and you do an incredibly shitty job, guess what? I'm putting your ass on blast. Bet. As the kids say nowadays. Isn't that what they say?
No, you're not. You can't, we can't just put random people on YouTube.
Oh, I'll look at them and like, hey, can I get,
No.
Can I record your, face for...
I'm not getting sued.
I will ask their permission.
And then you're going to blast them.
Because if they do an incredible job, people should be warned.
If they do an incredible job, they should be warned?
Okay, if they do an incredibly bad job, they should be warned.
And
if they do an amazing job,
that's definitely...
like our waitress tonight, she was very pleasant. She was very helpful. She was a bit weird, but in a good way.
Weird?
Yeah, she was just a little off. I liked it.
No, she wasn't. She reminded me of you. Well,
I know that's she reminded. She was a little off, a little weird, and that was good. That was a good thing.
Hey, Tuck.
You know, she was. You know, she talked to us. She didn't just bring over the food, sit it down, like there you go, like the place that shall not be named, and that horrible waitress person. But no, the service was excellent tonight. Got our drinks whenever we needed them.
So, my experience is a little bit different than his because I was there first. I had to wait about 5 minutes after sitting down to get my drink.
Wow.
Because nobody could decide who was going to be my waitress. So I guess... So there was just a little bit like...
Okay. Well, I came in after he'd already sat down.
And I already had my drink.
Yep.
So...
But, the food... Let's talk about the food.
That's what we're here for.
This man right here ordered up the country fried steak dinner. And I got 3 sides. I got
Tucker.
hash brown casserole. Tucker, hey.
You don't have to do that to him.
Hash brown casserole. I got coleslaw. And I got mashed potatoes with sawmill gravy. Which is basically their pepper gravy. Of course, came with biscuits or cornbread muffins. We got biscuits. Yeah. What'd you get, Joe?
I got the Monday dinner special, which every Monday that's chicken and dumplings. So I got that. And I got the mashed potatoes with gravy, and then I got mac and cheese. I only got 2 sides. And I got biscuits too. Horrible decision on my part.
Let's talk about that.
We're going to just jump right into the biscuit?
Jump right into the biscuits.
Right into that nasty, stale, crappy, somewhat hard, non-tasteful, could have broken a window with garbage biscuit that I had.
Wow, you must have got one of the bad biscuits, because trust me, mine, I literally could have...
soft. Don't say it was soft.
Oh my God, I could have cut that with a feather.
You're such a freaking liar.
I could have.
No, you're full of crap.
That biscuit was absolutely perfect. That was better than any homemade biscuit I've ever had.
Garbage is what it was.
No, that was better than any homemade biscuit I've ever had.
First of all, let's talk about the size of the biscuit.
Okay, they're not that big. They're about this size. It's about the size of a dinner roll.
Yeah.
It was perfect for me.
No.
It wasn't too filling.
When you think of buttermilk biscuits, what do you think? Do you think these little
You think like big that are like the size of a teacup saucer, and as thick as a soft
no,
and that's too much.
Whoa! The place that shall not be named, as you keep throwing out there, they know how to do their biscuits.
Yeah, they throw them in the garbage, or they belong.
You enjoyed their biscuit, thank you.
The whole experience ruined it for me, so I will never.
Yeah, see, you're just full of crap. You're as full of crap as that biscuit. That biscuit, my personal preference, folks. People might like little hard break window biscuits. I do not.
It was not a break a window biscuit.
Well, okay, that's exaggeration. It wouldn't have broken a window, but it left a crack. So, to me, it was tasteless. The butter was just weird tasting. The combination together, I understand it's real butter. Well, they gave me the Crocker spread then, or the Land of Leaf brand or whatever.
Land of Lakes.
Yeah, Land of Lakes. Sorry guys, I don't pay attention to the butter. Give me that then, because that was better. I would rather put Land of Lakes on a piece of toast. It's actually very good than eat a biscuit from
Cracker Barrel.
Well,
we're just going to have to agree to disagree. I give those biscuits a solid 4 out of 5.
I gotta give garbage 4 out of 5. Man, those things get a 2.
Okay, well. Main course. You went first last week. Because you described and then I went into my feta on a...
Oh yeah, I didn't go first last week.
Yep. So this week I got the country fried steak, as I said, with my 3 sides. That country fried steak would cook perfectly. The only complaint I had about it is there wasn't a lot of gravy on my country fried steak. It was an okay portion, but it was a really small ladle that they used to pour that gravy on there.
Oh, that's right.
And it didn't cover the entire country fried steak, which was disappointing. It was still good. The gravy was awesome. The country fried steak was cooked perfectly. It was hot. I cut it with that fork, popped it in my mouth, and I literally instantly had to take a drink to cool it off in my mouth. It was perfect. 5 out of 5. Solid.
You got him jumping in his seat. He was bouncing in his seat.
I was bouncing in my seat. It was that good. The mashed potatoes with the sawmill gravy were delicious. I was literally... Ever since this man here said we were going to Cracker Barrel.
Shut up.
Ever since this man here said we were going to Cracker Barrel.
No. All right, after this review, no. Okay, after this review, we're going into it. All right. Go ahead. Continue. See, now you opened up a can of worms. I was going to let that slide.
That mashed potatoes and gravy was excellent. It was solid 5 out of 5. The coleslaw was just creamy enough without being too creamy. It wasn't, vinegar-based slaw. Solid 5 out of 5. And the casserole, the hash brown casserole, was not too bad. I should have got the loaded with the bacon bits and the more cheese in it. It probably would have been much better. A solid 4 out of 5. So overall, my meal was a 5 out of 5, even though that was a 4 out of 5. Everything else was spot on, perfectly done. Very tasty. I was happy.
And the portion size was pretty good too. Your steak was pretty.
That was a big ass steak. Let's not beat
good.
around the bush here. That was a big ass portion of food.
And I guess
and I am full.
Ratio like steak to gravy, I guess, was a little skimpish, but
yeah, ratio was certainly off. They need to get a little bit bigger, more of a soup ladle, boys, than a condiment ladle.
Okay. So now for the truth. Okay. So here's the facts, folks. Fact is this. We were supposed to... So last week, if you tuned in last week, he threw out a bar, pub, or tavern. Okay? That's where he wanted to go. Okay? That's what he said yesterday. That's what he's been saying. So, I asked him today, where do you want to go? He said, and I quote, I don't know, brother. F it, let's just go to Cracker Barrel. And then I sent him a place. I'm not going to say the location of the place because we're going to go there sometime. I sent him a place.
That I never got.
Regardless, he was the one who said, let's do Cracker Barrel. And I asked him, I said, all right, well, are we doing the pub or are we doing Cracker Barrel? He said, Cracker Barrel. Yes, Cracker Barrel. So don't say this man did Cracker Barrel, because this man was all about a pub.
You were the one that first mentioned Cracker Barrel.
Folks, what did I say? I said, what are you doing tonight? I don't know. F it, let's do Cracker Barrel.
You mentioned it.
Who? When? What are we doing tonight? I don't know, bro. F it, let's do Cracker Barrel. Was that me or was that you?
I'm pretty sure it was you before this. On maybe Facebook Messenger or...
I don't have Facebook Messenger.
We talked on the phone. It was a phone conversation.
When did we talk on the phone?
Did we talk on the phone yesterday?
No.
Then who did I talk to about Cracker Barrel?
You talked to me about Cracker Barrel last week.
That's what it was.
Before you changed your mind for the pub.
That's what it was. It was last week that we talked about it, and that's what got in my head. And we decided...
Anyway, this is way off topic, but he's the one who pitched the idea to go to Cracker Barrel tonight, not I. This wouldn't even been in this part of this episode. Hi, babe. If he would have gotten his facts straight and try not to mislead you with truth, that was not what he was spewing. So,
My apologies, folks. My apologies, Joe.
Anyways.
I'm glad that the truth has been set free.
So the biscuits, like we said, they were hard.
You said. Don't you include me in that conversation.
Like Travis said, the biscuits were hard.
Oh, bullshit!
See, now, how's that feel? It doesn't feel good, does it?
No,
okay.
It doesn't.
Okay, there you go. I ordered the chicken and dumplings, and I ordered the mac and cheese, and I ordered the mashed potatoes with the gravy. Chicken and dumplings were really good.
Were they nice and soft?
Chicken was a little tough, but when you get that bare naked chicken, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
It reminded me, honestly, what it reminded me of was my grandma's chicken and noodles, because she used egg noodles, like those big, thick, fat egg noodles.
Oh yeah.
That's what. So yes, it was.
When a chicken and dumplings reminds you of your grandmother's chicken and noodles, they're doing a damn good job.
Yeah. So I mean, you hit it on the comfort food. Yes, it was very comforting. It made me think of Thanksgiving. It made me think of Christmas.
Yep.
So that was awesome. Your mac and cheese was good. Your mac and cheese was pretty solid.
Damn, I should have had a bite.
Yeah, you should have, but you didn't.
I was so concerned with my food. I'm like,
Very talk. So, this is Mel, by the way, if you guys haven't met Mel. He's gotten bigger since the last time he was on the show. Mac and cheese was good. Had a nice cheese blend, nice texture, and the noodles were cooked perfectly. They weren't hard, they weren't chewy. They were very soft. It was just a nice blend going down. The potatoes, for me, if you had them without the gravy, they weren't very seasoned.
They weren't seasoned.
So
they weren't seasoned at all. Not very.
No. So
not a little, not too much. Just not at all.
You needed the gravy
Mm-hmm.
Because if you didn't have the gravy, you were just kind of
Chewing potatoes.
yeah. So
That's why they offer you salt and pepper.
well, I feel like they should just be nice and just put that in there. I get some people don't like salt, some people don't like pepper.
Exactly. So why ruin it?
Ruin it.
Say you get mashed potatoes and they're like, okay, I'm gonna put salt and pepper in my mashed potatoes, and you get it and they're like, I could salt. I could stand aboard with as much salt as in this.
Don't be crazy with it. But even if you don't do that, put some type of seasoning in your mashed potatoes. Because if I just would have had it without the gravy, because originally I was going to just do that. Because I
wouldn't have liked it.
I would probably not. Because even the chicken and dumpling sauce
needed pepper.
No, it wouldn't have been a good mix with the mashed potatoes. My opinion. Chicken dumpling gets a 5 out of 5 just because it was very nostalgic and it was very good. It was very good. And plus on a cold night, it was very good. It was very nice. Mac and cheese, 5 out of 5. Solid. Best, much better than that crappy Arby's that we had earlier last year.
Oh God!
So much better. The reason why I remember that is because I just watched
Tastes like reclaimed motor oil.
I watched that episode not too long ago.
Oh.
It's really the only bad thing for me is the biscuit. Like it could have been fresh. All right, let's put it this way: it could have been warm and it could have been fresh. Right? If it tastes like that wasn't that fresh, and I don't know, I just wasn't.
They could have been sitting underneath an heat lamp.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I liked it. So.
Yeah. I mean, maybe next time I should get jelly or something because the butter just wasn't doing it for me.
Oh yeah, jelly would have been
good.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm gonna let them know. Don't you worry.
Are we gonna cut this and then go to?
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes.
Do we really need to do a whole nother thing about dessert?
Trust me. So that was dinner tonight, folks.
We don't need to do a whole different video on dessert, though.
Okay. So we'll discuss this more, but as of right now, this is a separate segment known as Two Dudes Eat Dessert.
See, it doesn't even roll off the tongue.
I like it. Anyway, so after our dinner, or technically while we were eating dinner, my bro over here and I were talking.
Okay, wait.
We were just talking.
You're going to be honest about this one. Don't throw me under the bus with this either.
No. We were sitting there talking, right. He was talking about dessert, and I was just like, "Ooh, dessert? That sounds like a good idea." And he was like, "Dude, don't bother. They only have one thing on the menu." And I'm like, "Huh." So I busted out my phone because I thought I had seen more than that. And I checked on my phone, and there was 3 different types of dessert. There were cookies, there was fruit cobbler.
So there's the pudding.
No, it was just 3 things. The fruit cobbler, the cookies, and the chocolate fudge Coca-Cola cake.
But on their menu, folks. Okay, so that was just on his phone. But
that was on the phone app.
But on the menu, all it says for dessert is the dirt
pudding?
Dirt pudding.
Okay. So, I see this on the menu. I see this on the app. And I'm like, on the online menu. And I'm like, oh my God. That sounds amazing. Coca-Cola in a cake? I gotta try this. So waitress comes over. She's like, is there anything else I can get for you guys? As a matter of fact, you can. I would really like this Coca-Cola cake. Sir, we're only supposed to serve that 3 hours after it's come out of the oven due to a lawsuit. You're in luck. It literally has been out of the oven for 3 hours, 5 minutes ago. I will get you a slice.
Because originally she wasn't going to.
Yeah, originally she wasn't going to. And then she was like, you know what? It's been 5 minutes. It should be good.
Well, I think she also felt
bad that I had asked for it.
For dessert.
Yeah.
Because originally...
there were no desserts.
No, there was just blackberry cobbler.
Oh, blackberry cobbler, yeah.
That's all there was. And then
I hate blackberries.
And then you said something about that Coke, and she said you would mention the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I would mention that.
Yeah.
So I ordered this Coca-Cola cake.
What are you doing? Oh.
Do yourself a favor. Don't. I could have run down to Menards, got a bag of potting dirt, formed it into a cake slice, square cake slice, slathered it in fudge, and probably had a better effing time than that dry-ass piece of shit that they served me.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone.
Every single bite I took.
No. No.
No, it wasn't the fact that the cake itself was dry.
It wasn't dry.
It wasn't dry. It was very moist cake. But every bite I took, it literally took me doing this to swallow it. That was so awful that Satan himself would piss on that cake.
Jeez.
Shame on you, Travis. Me. Look at me. Shame on me for even thinking of ordering that
future watches.
awful piece of cake. That was
trash.
That's you're insulting trash right now. No. I wouldn't even throw that in the trash to dirty the rest that's in that garbage can with that thing.
You were about to.
No, I would have pitched it through a window.
No. I'll tell my side of the story after you're done.
That was so bad that I literally wish I could erase that from my night. I wish I could rewind, smack myself for even thinking about ordering that. And be like, you know what? Do without. Do without. You don't need dessert, fatty. Okay? That was awful. And I cannot amply put it for you people to understand. Do not get that cake. You couldn't have eaten that cake with a gallon of milk. It was so just stuck in my throat, just dry. Like you take a bite and you're like, oh my God, this is moist. And then you try and swallow and it's like, just, no, it ain't happening. Like I said, it was like eating potting dirt from Satan's asshole. It was horrible.
Man.
I hate myself. I mean, I was having a great night. I just was telling Joe, the food was so amazing. I was having such a great day. Things had lined up perfectly. I was having a great time. And then I took the first bite of that cake and my whole night went right in my face.
All right.
Go ahead and give your side now.
So like, okay, let's. No, I'm gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself. I don't like chocolate. I really don't like chocolate, and the contradiction will come at the end of the story. Being a chocolate fudge Coke cake thing, I wasn't gonna try any. He told me I'm going to, and I am going to take a bite of cake.
He had to take a bite.
I took the first bite. It really did. It gets stuck in your mouth. Like you're like
trying to swallow it, and you're like
it was really moist. I hate that word. It was really moist. But man, there's just something about that icing on it, dude. Like that. The
icing was tasty.
It felt like it was glue. Like it felt like it was just hard to swallow because I don't know if it was so rich, if it was so moist, if it was so.
It was just so bad.
I don't know what it was. Like if you like really, really, really love chocolate, you'll love that cake.
As long as you have yourself a half gallon of milk sitting next to you.
That's fair. Like I feel like I'm definitely gonna brush my teeth like twice tonight because of all that chocolate. But no, so I made him eat the whole.
Yeah, he wouldn't let me just leave it on there. I was literally done after 3 bites. I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm sick of this getting stuck in here and I can't breathe because I can't swallow. I was just gonna leave it right there on the table, and he's like, no, you asked for it. And she literally changed her tune to go get that for you. You gotta eat it.
Yeah, but man, every time he took a bite, his face was priceless. But I know it was just as bad when I took a bite too, because I helped him.
He looked like he had stuffed a gym sock in his mouth.
I helped him, but man, it was rough. So dessert wise, yeah, that's like a 1 out of 5.
Yeah, that was like a negative 10 out of 5. They need to take that off their menu, and then they need to fire the cook that made that cake tonight.
Well, just don't make it so dense next time.
Just don't make it. Like, take it off the menu. I wouldn't serve that to starving kids in an alleyway.
That's a little extreme. I'd give serving kids any type of food I had. But no, so to get the taste out of my mouth, I got a Tootsie Roll.
There's nothing that's going to get this taste out of my mouth. I don't care what I eat. But I wanted something a positive dessert that would make me feel a little bit better about being a human being and creating food. So, I haven't eaten it yet. But I got myself a real deal, honest to God, made the right way, Hershey's milk chocolate with almonds bar.
You take a bite right now.
Live? Take a real bite?
Take a real bite.
Yeah, this is made the old-fashioned way. Milk chocolate, sugar, milk, chocolate, cocoa butter, milk fat. Lectin soy, PGPR, no idea what that is, natural flavor. Chopped almonds, and sunflower oil. Let's see how this is going to taste, folks. This is the real deal, old school, how Hershey's used to do it. Ooh, it even smells different. Like, it smells almost like hot cocoa. You see that? See how I'm chewing it? Watch it.
You're still chewing it, though.
I didn't choke. That went down my throat. Slid down there easily. That's what's supposed to happen when you eat dessert. This is really good. This really brings back some nostalgia for me. I used to eat Hershey's with almonds and a Pepsi for my breakfast when I was in college. This is really good. That was my breakfast every morning. Hershey almond and a Pepsi from a vending machine on campus.
Well, folks, I have enjoyed tonight.
I'm sure you did watching me sit there like
trying to eat just that. The food in general was
good. Dessert was garbage.
2021.
It's going so far. It's so good.
You know what? It really has. And it's not. And you know what? We didn't even really go to places we were at in 2020. So
no, we have yet to be at a place we've been in last year.
Yeah. But so next week we'll talk about it. I don't like saying where we're gonna go.
No, it's a surprise. You'll find out when we post.
Yeah, because sometimes we'll change our mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I apologize.
So if you're looking for pub food, I'm sorry, you got Southern style cooking food, which is really good.
Eventually, we will go visit pub.
So we're gonna end it. Yeah, Cracker Barrel, good job.
Cracker Barrel, 5 out of 5.
Just your cake.
Your dessert, F you.
It's just a little too dense. And your ice.
It's just a little too garbage.
All right, well.
And I don't know. It's too little beyond garbage. So, folks, this has been Grizz.
This has been Joe.
And we are 2 dudes eating food. Y'all have a great night.
See you next week.